A what?
Hi, it's Obo975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One, and today I'm bringing you a series I'm just going to call Bad Ideas. I encounter a lot of things in Elite Dangerous, usually my own mind, that comes up with things that are bad ideas. In this case, however, this is someone else having a bad idea. This is a plasma beluga interdicting the Ramba in Desia. Yeah, I was surprised. Al was very surprised. In fact, Al pops in and says hello to this guy later. But it was interesting. I kind of said leave it as a 1v1, and then somebody else dropped in and turned it into a 2v1 in favour of the beluga, and I ended up having a focus fire on the other guy because the other guy was doing more damage to the beluga. But all in all, I've got to say I am impressed with the badness in this idea. A plasma beluga looks like a lot of fun and silliness. It doesn't seem to be very strong, but it looks like it's a lot of fun, and that is the point of playing Elite Dangerous, is to have fun. So I salute this bad idea, and I salute the gentleman that has brought this into combat. And that is a build I can get behind. I mean, for me, it's the beautiful juxtaposition of the Plasmac, which is the ultimate in sweaty try-hard weaponry, with a Beluga, which is the least sweaty and try-hard PvP ship of all time. I really appreciate that juxtaposition. Is beautiful, and it is a majestic sight, and I gotta say I am honoured to be attacked by such a rare and beautiful creature. So yes, I salute this commander. This gave two of us a really good laugh and was a beautiful ship to fight against. Probably not the best choice. I mean, I did wonder about the Ramba's potential for ramming a beluga, given the weight of a beluga, but the Ramba held up perfectly fine ramming it, and yeah, it was properly just funny. I really did enjoy myself. A lovely bit of PvP combat. In a moment, Unforgiven Saint will drop in, the leader of the faction called Rain, which is a fun group of guys that like hanging out. They've got some of the more notorious commanders in the game, and recently I was flying with them in this system, helping blockade it, but we'll come to Bad Idea in the second video, and you'll see why Unforgiven Saint was attacking me in this video. But me being me, I put things out of sequence all the time because, hey, I just put things when I feel like doing them. So this was a beautiful moment, and I was enjoying this combat. And then Unforgiven Saint dropped in what is one of the deadliest frag rambas in the game. I'd already had an encounter early in the evening with that ship, and I know how damaging it can be. So I ended up splitting and ended up not being able to focus on the Beluga. The Beluga jumped out, and I switched to 1v1 with Unforgiven Saint and his wonderfully damaging Mamba. I really like the use. I think he's got I would like to know, because he hasn't told me, but I know he's got a cannon on there, a 4-shell, and I wonder if it's a short-range blaster. 4-shell cannon on the huge. That's what I'd go for, but I'd love to know what engineering he's got on his and what he's gone for. It's a really good choice, especially for what he's using it for, which is hanging around above Farseer's base and shooting down on people. So to be honest, it's an awesome choice, and as you can see, he's ripping my shields a new one as I sit and try and fight the Beluga. So I turn my attention now to Unforgiven Saint. We have a bit of a tussle. Unfortunately for the Beluga, he chose to come back in and spectate, and I asked Al later on if he could do me a favour and kill that Beluga for me, because I was a bit annoyed that it escaped on 16% hull and then had the cheek to return to the fight. And as I wasn't going to be able to stick around much longer against Unforgiven Saint, I wanted the Beluga to at least eat it before I did again. Yeah, this was a fun fight, but honestly, the damage Unforgiven Saint does, I can't compete with his ship in this sort of environment. I think I did okay on some of the rams, but because I'd already been in a fight and I was slightly low on ammo, and he'd had those few free passes at me while I was still fighting the Beluga, there was no way this fight was going to go any other way than hang around as long as I could and then jump out. But as you can see, Al's dropped in, the Beluga's dropped back in, and I would love to switch target and go for the Beluga, but I can't turn my back on Unforgiven Saint at this point. So yeah, I carry on battling Saint, keeping him occupied, and asked Al to take care of the Beluga for me. All in all, I did get some good rams in on Unforgiven Saint, but his ship is beautifully damaging, and I really like that 4-shell cannon. It wouldn't work on the Ramber because, like, pushing them away and then trying to ram them probably isn't a good idea. But I do like it. In fact, I do like Unforgiven Saint ship building. He's got some really, really nicely built ships, and they are really damaging. His Fragaconda is notoriously vicious. He's killed my Type 7 in the past. I know how deadly that thing can be. And like I say, we're not enemies of Rain per se, but depending on who they're fighting, we'll either side with them or against them. Doesn't really matter. Our OTV are on our kill and sight list as much as they're on Rain, so really it's just a matter of that. Generally with people like us and Rain, we'll fight each other if no one else is around, but there's no malice or anything like that. It was all GGs and good fun. Unforgiven Saint's a good lad. I used to fly with the Dark Rulers. I always had fun flying with him when he was with us, and I always have fun battling in against him when he's not with us. So all GGs, all good fun, and GGs to the commander with the Beluga. That was a beautiful ship. As you can see, I'm hightailing out of there after using my Rambo to ram the best that I could out of Unforgiven Saint before having to desert before I get killed. I mean, I know firsthand those frags will munch through my drives if my shields go down fully. Anyway, I'll leave you with Al's footage from his tangling with that Beluga, and I'll say that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Bad Idea, in the next video I put out, which will probably be tomorrow, oddly. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.